Atlas.
Yeah, exactly right. Lucian, Vladimir, and Swain have been the chosen evictees on the side of Invictus Gaming, as Game Talents have removed Ryze, Kindred, and the Nidalee. So making sure that that S-tier of junglers has been taken away. Although Nidalee hasn't been seeing as much success, still not giving it to Kid, who does like to carry if he can. And speaking of which, he's going to lock away the Graves. The answer immediately, though, is going to be the Echo and the Rek'Sai. Wushang back to a definite power pick for him. He looked so good in his first game on the champion.
Yeah, very fast pick and ban phase coming out of these teams. Definitely having a plan ready. And all of the bans that IG have actually put down, just strong meta picks, the Lucian, the Vlad, the Swain, have all represented very well right now in the LPL and even other LCS regions, I should say, even the LCK to an extent. Whereas Game Talents on the flip side, more of a target ban. Of course, the junglers are strong. Kindred and Nidalee are always going to find themselves on the ban list, but both of them being put in place on red side, kind of limiting what is available for IG's jungler Kid, because he doesn't have the deepest pockets in the world. You could have even forced him onto Mundo if you wanted to.
Yeah, almost just get rid of the Ryze ban, just ban away the Graves as well, and then you've pretty much dealt with it, to be honest. But GT, now to make their next choices, as the bottom lane for IG look to have been locked in here, as Sivir and Karma have been taken away. Sort of the super move fast combination for the bottom side of the map.
Yeah, one of the strongest bottom lanes to be seen in competitive play at the moment. The move speed that you get, the augmentation for the rest of your team, and the empowerment that they do actually gain from it means that you can afford to be a low mobility mid laner such as the Victor if you want to catch someone out of position. Graves will always do a little bit better for it, making sure that he can keep up. And the top laner from Zatai can honestly just be a Maokai, or he can just be Zatai and be happy for it.
Certainly hope he is going to pick up the Fiora here as the pick away of the Trundle. I think this is really interesting. It's more of a denial, I have a feeling, but Savoki has always been a big fan playing the Troll on the bottom side of the map, and I have a feeling that PentaQ can then just go towards the Ezreal, have that super safe, disengaged style bottom lane, and everything can be okay, because they picked away the Azir at the same time. Answer, though, so quickly. This is just ridiculous. Already locked in Twisted Fate Fiora on the side of IG, and that's the comp.
Yeah, wow. So they've secured themselves the team composition. 2 Twisted Fate games this split have been seen by Rookie, and a very strong Twisted Fate player in that.
Oh, yeah.
Knows his matchup, knows how he wants to play this game. The way I see it is get Zatai rolling and just watch the game unfurl in front of their eyes.
And I just love also the fact that they've paired a Twisted Fate up with all of this added movement speed, because one thing that I guess you don't think about all that often is the fact that he has low cooldowns. You can get that stun back up, but all you need to do is be able to move over to your opponent and smack him with it.
Yeah.
It's going to have no problem doing that.
It's like a... So looking at IG's team composition, you would say that their engage is definitely lacking, but the subtle nuance of, as you mentioned, the Sivir and Karma existing with all of these speed boosts is that Rookie can effectively engage on people just because he's going to be moving so fast that it will stun them. Like, that's the one thing, is it's guaranteed.
Just looking at the comps as well, as we do see them lining up on your screen right now, I have a feeling that the collective health bars of Game Talents will be about 6 times that of IG. They've got like 3 dedicated tanky champions here with the Azir and the Ezreal to cap it off, whereas on the side of IG, they're all about, we want to build some damage and we want to smack you in the head with these big swords that we've got in our back pockets.
Yeah, there's going to be a lot of important map play out of IG as we move into our first game.
Well, we'll see exactly what happens as we hop onto the Rift. Thank you very much, Rookie, and welcome to Summoner's Rift, ladies and gentlemen, as IG are taken to the floor up against Game Talents. We'll see whether Game Talents can continue on their rampage through the LPL, or whether it's going to be Invictus Gaming with their sort of classic, hyper-aggressive team comp building.
That's right. Remember, GT have only dropped 1 map against Snake, but still found the victory and undefeated in terms of set play. Up against IG, that are always going to be this sporadic team. You never know if they're going to be completely on form or if they're going to be lacking in any department. But the best of IG can beat the best of most of our LPL teams, GT are no exception.
That is absolutely right. And look, they've all got the tools that they want to do it with, and that was probably the quickest champ select that we've ever had, ever. So is there anything else that we need to flesh out as far as what these teams want to be doing at what points in this game?
So the first thing that we need to look at as well is just the team compositions. We didn't really get a lot of time to express what they're capable of doing.
Yeah.
And looking at Game Talent's first and foremost is they are super standard. They've got 2 big tanks, 3 big tanks if we count the Trundle, depending on his ultimate. And then they've got a hyper carry to boot in that middle lane, and mostly a hyper carry in Ezreal that will take a while to scale. But that's the key word, is they need to scale. The Ezreal needs 2 items. The Azir wants 2 or 3 items as well to be putting in work. Whereas on the flip side, for Invictus, they can pretty much fight whenever they choose. It's a Sivir, so yeah, you want your items, but you're still a Sivir, so you're going to be strong. Karma has that early presence. Twisted Fate has that early presence. The only one that really wants to scale is probably the Fiora.
Yeah?
Like, they'll all be, they can match the scaling, so that's the thing that you need to note, but it's on IG to actually get the ball rolling. And you get tanks behind, you get Gimgoon behind, you get Wushang perhaps behind as well. You'll find a lot of strength around the map everywhere, and that's the important part. Map play is key.
Yeah, so probably looking for IG to make the first move. As it stands, though, we do have a lane swap in effect. Game Talents have moved up towards the top side. It is going to be Pentakill and Savoki just smacking these minions down, and we'll see whether it is going to be Gimgoon heading over there, whether they're going to go for the fast push. Looks like, however, IG going to head back and try and grab those standard lanes.
Yeah, we'll see if they can actually stop this push. Remember, there's going to be a lot of minions crashing that'll go to waste, and there you go. IG absolutely going to be matched by Game Talents, who I'm going to say are content with the standard lanes.
Yeah, as a tie, though, he's going to be able to grab himself a teleport advantage there towards the bottom side of the map. And Rookie, you can see, shoving these minion waves aggressively towards Republic, understanding that he's pretty aware of where everybody else on the map is. Republic pretty happy. Yeah.
Absolutely. The key with that matchup as well, if you push him in, you make Azir actually focus on minions, not you. That's when Twisted Fate's happiest, and when Azir is the least content, knowing that he can't actually put you down and just needs to try and keep up with you. There was a lot of CS that was going to crash, so he did catch up in terms of farm. But Republic running that cleanse build as well.
Yeah.
Not able to utilize any offensive tools. Rookie's actually in control.
And I actually really like this as well. The fact that IG have taken a fast comp into Game Talents, which is exactly how Game Talents were able to take down Newbie, was by just being more proactive around the map. Newbie just weren't able to keep up with the tempo. But IG, with all of these tools, might have themselves an opportunity to do so. As Savoki going to be able to get rid of the pink ward, sacrifices his health bar for it. As Tabe gets caught out of position. There's the exhaust as Pentakill makes his way over the top. The knock-up waited for beautifully from Wushang, and first blood is going to go to Savoki.
He was trying to bait summoner spells out of Tabe as well, but credit where it's due to Savoki. That was a phenomenal pillar. Wushang's always in the perfect place at the perfect time. Very proactive jungler, and the shot calling from GT. Reigns supreme once again. They get that easy first blood pickup.
Yeah, and already on the front foot as well. I really want to have a look at the stats for Pentakill's first blood participation, because I swear it's almost every single one of these games out of Game Talents.
It actually probably was. I know last time it was as well.
Just
funny thing is, I'd imagine it's Wushang with him, weirdly enough as well. So always working around that bottom lane at the right times. Jungler knowing when he's strong. And speaking of,
actually just standing on top of a ward here as well. IG with a lot of vision here towards the top side.
It's a very clever ward, though, from IG, to be fair. They know he's there, so they can't overextend because he can just go straight over the giant wall. So these two are going at it.
Yeah, Rookie was waiting for a second round of spells, but takes too much damage in the meantime.
He has Kid in his back pocket in the middle lane, though.
Tie. Massive wave here towards the bottom side of the map as Gimgoon's going to head back to base, grabs himself the Dark Seal, Doran's Ring, sets himself up to continue this laning phase. As IG is going to catch pretty much all the way back up in farm while he makes his way down. Teleport for Rookie is going to get him back here into the mid lane.
Yeah, so a reasonably slow start to this first game, and not a big surprise, realistically. I know they both kind of play the tempo of the map, and IG are going to be the ones to probably start accelerating that tempo. Unless they make a mistake and is capitalized on by the Rek'Sai in that jungle, because tank junglers, very good enablers for your team's leads. See how that progresses.
Yeah, you can see Zatai actually taking a lot of damage. He's going to head back to base.
Yeah, he's due a recall in, so he was trying to be a little bit too coy with his opponent.
Should be fine. Just trying to waste Gimgoon's potion stacks, I'd assume. Something like that.
Yeah,
Does
something
get one
small
of them.
like that. The more you can get done before you go back, the more advantage you'll have when you arrive again.
Well, Zatai is going to teleport his way back in. Has himself a longsword and a cull. So pretending to be an AD carry at this stage.
And that's most of IG with their team composition except for Tabe.
That's a very good point.
Because he thinks he's a mid laner.
Well, you can see Kid farming up a storm right now. 6 camps ahead of Wushang, but something that Graves is good at is definitely farming out minion waves. As the gold card goes down, nice wild cards are going to land as well. As Stacked Deck going to get some damage in. Rookie winning the trade.
Good trading from Republic to try and get something back in his favor, but Rookie with those boots of swiftness able to skirt around and hit these gold cards. Remembering Republic has cleanse, so the kill threat's low, but Rookie still has enough damage to bully him around.
Yeah, and what do you think about this first buy? Does that tell us anything about what Rookie's going to be trying to do? Because that's a very early Swifty purchase.
I think it's pretty safe to say that he'll want to use his R key everywhere possible now.
His R button?
Yeah, his ultimate. They can get him around the map super quick. Boots of Swiftness makes that very easy for him to do. Once again, you'll see this pattern continue where he will just over-push the middle lane and then might even start disappearing. But Kid's actually here. So first things first, they want to keep Republic down before Rookie disappears.
Yeah, Savoki, good positioning here. Moves down towards the mid lane. Has left PentaQ on his own, but that's a wave crashing into his turret and has a feeling that he will be safe enough. Rookie was trying to clear that tunnel. Didn't manage to do so. But look at all the vision on the top side of the map here for
I was going to say, look at their vision just everywhere. They have 3 pink wards. One's deep into IG's side of the map near the red buff. And then they've got 2 pink wards in the river. So early pink purchases placed strategically in great positions. Knowing that they're not going to be taken down makes their life a lot easier. Especially now that Wushang's getting that level 6 mark and can actually be somewhere quick to help his team out.
And are these safe to say, like, wards about spotting out Rookie as he's going to be moving around the map now that he's hit that level 6 mark, now in fact level 7?
It's a combination of that and a couple of other things, right? You can't always spot it out because of the distance of his ult. You need basically one in the side bushes or one behind it. So 2 of those pings, very much so. The rest are just to have vision of Kid.
Well, Gimgoon, back aggressive one more time. Z-Drive Resonance will be available. Gets it there as there's the grand challenge. Zatai actually looking for it here as Parallel Convergence wants to find something. He's managed to nail a fair bit.
Wow.
And Kid comes in and picks up the kill. Wow, Zatai really flirting with death there.
That was absolutely a dangerous play for him to make, but he comes out ahead.
Gimgoon's still at ult.
Yeah, again, super close. I'm not sure he was ready for that 4th proc to hit. Gimgoon got a little bit greedy to get the kill, so he didn't use the ultimate. Wanted to stay close to his target. Very interesting decision from the Echo, but also very well executed on by Zatai and well timed from Kid to be there.
And now Rookie is going to be able to use those wildcards, steal away a blue buff. Max range, beautiful stuff. Is going to be the same thing on the other side of the map, so nothing really gained as far as that buff is concerned, but looks like IG have identified a potential win condition here in the Zatai split push. And I mean, it feels like 1-3-1. Is that what we're looking for here, Rusty?
There's always potential for that 1-3-1. I think if Game Talents are actually pressuring lanes, though, they may want to have the Twisted Fate there. It's all very dependent on the context of every push, but yes, primarily we will see the Fiora in the side lane at least running a 4-1. And we'll probably see Rookie trying to impact that lane. Something that's noteworthy since Champion Select, to be fair. Because it's a Twisted Fate and a Fiora.
Yeah.
Ravenous Hydras.
Yeah, precisely. And the Tiamat already done here for Zatai as well. So well and truly moving towards that Ravenous Hydra. Gimgoon, however, has managed to pick up a bit of extra farm. Got himself a Barmy Cinder. Even gone back to base one more time. As that wave was well and truly shoved. It's going to be hard for the Echo to fight in this lane, though. Because, I mean, the last scuffle that they had was with a Fiora that had a long sword and a cull.
Yeah, I mean, once the Vamp Scepter, as an example, or Lifesteal is there, for the side of IG's top laner, he'll be very content with that lane and potentially start to out-sustain. But until such a point, I think Gimgoon will be perfectly fine. Primarily just wants to wave clear and be a threat for team fights.
Yeah, precisely. Rookie as well, now with the Catalyst. Cute little change, meaning that he can play around with his health and mana bars just a little bit. See whether it's going to help him out as far as sustaining through this lane. Has his teleport, has Destiny. He hasn't pressed his R button yet. Already at that level 9 mark. And there are pings going into the mid lane. The idea is gank the teleport. I have heard this one said before, and if a man has 2, probably even more reason to do so, right?
Does it make him twice as enticing to gank? I will say Republic is stancing himself far too forward.
Oh, doesn't manage to get the swoop and scoop. As you can see on the bottom side, another scuffle as Kid had gone over. No summoner spells are going to be used from anyone.
No. That was a very curious engage in the middle lane. A bit of poke down bottom, as you mentioned. But I said Republic was playing too far forward. He actually made it obvious. There was no vision available for Rookie, but he still knew.
Yeah.
Now, you can't afford to pick your aggressive moments like that, because if you become predictable, you could actually make that mistake.
As Tabe, once again, a brilliant pillar comes out of Savoki. The exhaust comes in. Brilliant flash. My God. I would have missed that, tell you that much. As Gimgoon now potentially going to get dove. There's the Mantra W. We don't see that all that often, but it's saving Tabe's life under the turret. Gimgoon, however, not so lucky on the bottom side. Kid flashes after... Oh, my God. You didn't need to flash. But that was like, what, 2 health?
It was not a lot of health to his name. Kid barely makes it out. And yeah, flashed late when he probably could have flashed earlier or just walked out at that stage. Summoner burnt. Game Talent's trading in the middle lane. They will get the objective, but you're right. The Mantra W gives enough health back to Tabe. Also, the knock-up not available for Wushong. Doesn't get him the kill either. Close. Very close stuff. We'll probably start to see a slight edge, though, because remember, that's a middle lane turret broken. As Rookie disappeared, and he didn't teleport back in to save it. It just dropped.
Yeah, decided that he wasn't going to use that summoner spell. Not use anything, in fact. No one moving over there to pick that one up. And the map well and truly opened up there for Game Talents.
You can see how like a slight edge in vision, and we spoke about those pink wards like 5 odd minutes ago, has now given them their in on finding Tabe in that jungle. They find Tabe, they translate that to the middle lane turret, because it was timed awkwardly perfect with that of Rookie's roam to the bottom lane. And so you start yourself off with vision, and this is something that GT are quite good at doing that I've noted. They utilize that vision at a later date to secure them something further.
Well, we'll see what they can get out of it. Of course, some big item buys to come in here as Rod of Ages has been finished by the Twisted Fate. Rookie, we're going to start making his impact, but Iceborne Gauntlet on the other side, Pentacute, does have his utility available to him. Nash's Tooth done for Republic.
Yeah.
So lots of things actually getting built up here about 14 minutes into the game, and Game Talent's probably happy with how this game is so far. And Kid, well caught out of position. Once again, the best friends club of Wushang and Savoki are going to be enough. Savoki just bites his face off, and Kid's going to fall.
And you said it right, the best friends club is exactly what they are at the moment. Very impressive stuff from these guys. Establishing vision, getting control. They could probably look towards that Drake at the moment. I'm surprised they haven't actually just started that one up.
Cloud Drake, man, no one cares.
Yeah, but if you get it, the next one spawns eventually.
I feel like it's some sort of gentleman's agreement, you know? It's like, oh, come on, someone's going to have to do this.
So we could get the Drake.
So we can get the good one afterwards.
Or we could get you blue buff. Think about the value from both of them. Make an assessment. You'll get blue buff every time.
You can see Wushang holds on to 1 health. There it is. Republic able to grab himself a blue. Picks that one up just fine. And we're looking at Rookie. I mean, this guy has 1 assist, but has yet to really make an impact play around this map. We'll see whether he can start doing so, because so far, all of this momentum is in favor of Game Talents, and they're the team that wants to wait until the late game. They're the team that's more than happy to stall this game out.
This could be the first movement. And yeah, this is because the middle lane turret has fallen. Look at Republic keeping him down. This is a pressure bait for the turret, however, from Kid. They don't want the kills. They want the objective.
Yeah, just want to be able to get some of that global gold back in their pockets. As the minions have gone, True Shot Barrage flies through. Kid just continues to tank up the turret, but it is going to go. Rain locks that one down.
And the play was made. Kid committed to the play. Rookie also stancing himself top side. As you can see what Republic's doing. This is a strategy that probably shouldn't change from him right now. He's definitely doing his job and giving the rest of Game Talent's time to work, as Wushang can't find him because he's standing still.
Haha!
Directly countered.
Your only weakness. How did you know? As Rookie does complete the Sheen as he heads back to base. Being very vocal, as you can see on your bottom left. We'll see what he's actually trying to work out what to do here as Republic takes away some chickens.
So this is exactly what they want to do when you refer to being vocal. It's hit the point in the game where it is a Civic Karma, so it's hard to siege against them. It's going to be harder for Azir to actually get anything done. And yes, Civa's low range, but Karma can compensate for that. They put Twisted Fate, where applicable, in a side lane now and have Fiora in the other. So it is the 1-3-1. It's definitely a viable strategy for a Twisted Fate and a Fiora to put into effect. But at the same time, they're not giving Rookie the position of power in the 1-3-1. They're putting him on wave clear duty because he can do it from a range. Then they have Kid look towards the objectives on the Fiora side of the map because they actually have kill threat.
Yeah, that's where they have the power, as he is able to take down the Cloud Drake. Kid bites the bullet as the tower is going to fall on the top side. Answered immediately by Zatai, though, who's just continuing to get further and further ahead. You can see Ravenous Hydra already done, and he is close to 40 CS in the lead. In fact, exactly 40 CS in the lead over Gimgoon now. He's trying to pick up this wave as it heads towards his turret.
He's going to be an issue for the rest of this game, Zatai. Gimgoon's starting to get to the point where he won't be able to fight him. Kind of just has to wave clear and let it be. And we mentioned that Gimgoon would be content doing that simply because he's that Echo player, can teleport in, maybe get the stun off, wants to team fight with his team as well based off their draft and the composition that they put in place. So once again, this comes down to the execution. I think having that Twisted Fate, though, will empower IG just to make it that little bit easier for them to do.
We'll see whether they can get that one done. Feels worrying, though. As we have a look at the game, it's incredibly even. In fact, exactly even. The 17.5-minute mark. Zatai, I mean, I'm just looking at this Fiora and thinking the riposts are going to have to be on point if he's going to be fighting in a team fight.
Yeah, absolutely. He has to be hyper aware of the Rek'Sai knockup, the Azir sack, the Echo stun. He's got things to look at, whereas we already contrasted this to the flip side. Invictus Gaming's crowd control is lacking at best.
Yeah, and Game Talents just look like they have the classic pile in. You know, you mentioned standard comp.
It's to put your face in it. They're missing the Sivir, though.
Yeah.
Once again, that's what will empower IG to get it done. The Sivir Karma, as a bottom lane, is an enabler for your team because you don't necessarily need stuns. You have so much move speed that it compensates. And damage to structures.
Well, speaking of damage to structures, this one is going to be going down pretty quickly. True Shot Barrage tries to help out, but a lot of the minions survive, and the inner turret is going to fall. Nice play against the tempo here from IG. Mantra D comes out from Tabe.
Yeah, and even the ultimate from Sivir, they are moving quick. There's a teleport to flank them, though.
Yeah, Gimgoon looking to try and make his way in. IG can possibly get one from Zatai and Rookie, but they're not going to just yet. It is coming in now from Rookie. We'll see whether he can actually get the work done as Rain blows the heal. There's
Republic.
Oh my god, that was so sick. As Gimgoon locks down one, Republic gets the other. Grand challenge in the backline, but Zatai just can't get anything happening. And everyone on GT survives. It's only Kid and Tabe running for the hills as Zatai is trying to get out as well. It was only Rookie and Rain falling, but GT just showing dominance in that fight.
And it was almost more than just them anyway. Rookie gets exploded. Rain barely existed in the way of damage. He just spent the whole fight trying to run. And Invictus Gaming, they make a clever move around the map, and it's true to the form of their team composition and what they actually want to execute on. Trying to get these objectives down, out-trading that of their opponents using double teleports. But because Game Talents get there that quickly, they're able to actually get a flank with a deep teleport. I believe it was a Rek'Sai tunnel, perhaps. It might have been a ward. And they get exactly what they're looking for. It's reflected through the damage as well. All of IG just spent that whole fight running.
Yeah,
Kid did the most.
Exactly. How does that even happen? As you can see, Republic actually getting full props. Damage done in that fight was huge out of the Azir.
Yeah, this is something that we've seen time and again from Republic. And I'm actually starting to think that of all champions, he's known as the Victor player. They should probably just ban Azir from him.
Yeah.
Simply because he does that every single time. That's how they beat Newbie. You got Wushang being aggressive, making the play, starting it off with Gimgoon on that teleport. And then he bides his time. He waits for that perfect moment. And he's able to always hit it. Republic is really good on this.
Yeah, and we were having this conversation off air before, Rusty, and I was just trying to work it out because Republic was just lackluster last split. We just didn't really see all that much out of him. Do you feel like he's possibly been freed up now on this roster with such a proactive jungler?
Yeah, well, I said the term creative license in that conversation as well. It's because he doesn't have to engage for the team. You've got Wushong doing that for you, or Gimgoon doing that for you. Even Savoki, being this proactive support player, can actually kick these fights off with pillars that we saw for the first blood as an example. Even the second one onto Kid. If they're all doing this, and they're giving Republic room to breathe, when he decides it's the time to go in, it seems to always be right. They have a lot of faith in that guy, and he'll still do his job.
Well, he's definitely been proving himself worthy of that faith. That last fight is anything to go on. Zatai, however, looking for his second item here as Kid, just booting the Rek'Sai out of the jungle.
Yeah, it's hitting that point in the game. I mean, you can see full tank items for Wushong, but Kid's going to be doing a fair chunk of damage and dueling, given his item build.
Yeah, Phantom Dancer now done, as well as the Hex Drinker. Feeling pretty good at the moment is the Graves, but this is a comp that doesn't want to fall behind. They're not behind by that much. Every little bit counts. And Game Talents, with all of the momentum, are in a scary position for an IG fan.
Yeah, and the CS lead's been closed in that top lane as well. Echo finding slight edges now. Actually bring it back. It was 40 the difference. 80 carries are content. The Ezreal's now started to scale. He's got those 2 items. Same thing with Republic. All that's really missing is that third and final point of power, whether he chooses a death cap, goes for an Abyssal Scepter perhaps, or even looks towards something a little bit more defensive.
Yep, or just avoid stuff.
Or avoid stuff.
Wants to be boring.
I had a look at their MR. I was like, oh, I don't know if that's worth it.
There's a Hex Drinker.
Yeah, again, they're a full damage composition from IG. And the Fiora, Twisted Fate, Graves, Sivakama. Resistance is not the key. It's damage to get through the shields that they have.
Yeah, I like it.
And the heals and stuff.
All those good things. Zatai continues to push here towards the top side of the map. Defensive options here from Kid, as he is going to make his way through. Gimgoon just fighting Zatai, though. Very tanky right now, as the weak spot wasn't found by the Fiora. That was the wrong direction, Gimgoon.
I forgot which team he was on.
Yeah.
And he thought that Zatai was going to run the other way. No, I'm not sure. He just threw it backwards. Still, this is what we're looking at. When it comes to split pushing, when it comes to IG's win conditions, they've definitely got that Fiora threat there. This time around, though, Gimgoon can hold his own, and probably still will be able to for quite some time.
Well, the Dragon actually getting pulled out here. The Infernal Drake here for Game Talents. The Cloud went over to IG. They set up a pretty good Dragon for Game Talents to pick up, especially this game, as we are going to see an Ocean Drake as Dragon number 3. So no mountains to be seen this time around.
No, not going to see the mountain, which means epic monsters will be a little bit happier.
However, if Game Talents build up a heck of a lot of stats and keep getting these fiery dragons, could be problematic times for those neutral objectives nonetheless.
Yeah, we won't see many more Drakes in this game, though. Remembering that it's 24 minutes into the game already.
True.
And
it was
we've
a very
only
late
seen
first
2.
one.
Yeah.
Well, we saw Kid, who was able to lock down the red buff. That is definitely good news. And they have consolidated vision on the top side of the map here for Invictus Gaming. 3 pink wards surround the Baron Pit. Savoki looking to try and get rid of them. So that is a good news story for IG, who are only 200 gold behind.
Savoki doesn't want to be there. He has to flash.
Certainly doesn't, as he's going to lose a whole bunch of his health bar, and his ultimate is now Zatai fighting Wushong. Gimgoon not going to be able to quite find the stun, but yeah,
fight.
There's the grand challenge. Destiny comes in, but the ultimate is enough to deal with Zatai, and immediately Rookie has to flash his way out. Wildcards are not going to be enough to save this Cowboy, as Wushong's going to help Gimgoon grab a double.
And the 2 tanks of Game Talents are able to outdamage the 2 carries of Invictus Gaming. That is not a start that you want to have to the middle stages of your game. And disaster, honestly, is the only way to describe that. Echo hits that clutch ultimate as well to do a lot of damage and secure it, remembering that Zatai's sustain is noteworthy. He actually did a lot of damage to them by himself. By the time that Rookie got there, it was already too late.
You can see, at least they have wave clear on the side of IG. However, Game Talents just do so much damage to these turrets and to Kid. He has to run away as quickly as he possibly can. Decent poke out of the Sivir with the Static Shiv, but you can see Gimgoon, he's now just towards the bottom side, pushing these waves in. And this lead, all of a sudden, balloons out to about 3,000.
Yeah, it's scaling a clock, essentially, for our GT Red team. As they've got the Ezreal actually doing a lot of damage you saw in a Kid. And I have to keep reiterating the fact that they just don't have enough tanky members on the side of IG to deal with poke. And they will get poked out between an Ezreal and an Azir. Very well drafted once again from GT. It's one of the strengths that has been definitely noteworthy. They know how to draft.
Yeah. And Savoki, we mentioned the fact that this Trundle pickup is something he's been incredibly comfortable on for a very long time, but every pillar he's put down this game has been brilliant.
Yeah, it's either caught someone out or forced a fight to start potentially. Summoner spells burned. He's been playing quite well on this Trundle. And at the moment, Trundle in the LPL has 10 wins, 2 losses, so, you know, pretty good champion.
Yeah. Have been seeing him a lot on the top side of the map, but Savoki letting us know that still a very, very strong support pick.
Wild Rek'Sai appeared as the blue buff was being taken.
Yeah. It soars overhead.
The speed of sound. He's very loud. That's the only reason I say that.
Terrifying.
The speed of loud sounds.
The speed of loud. That's a sonic boom if ever I've heard one. This kid moves back towards his jungle. Does have a Wishong hanging around up the top. And they don't want to get suffocated. There's going to be the smite steal. There's the Wolf Spirit. Going to make sure that GT knows exactly what's going on the top side of IG's jungle.
But Savoki and Wishong holding hands means that on the top side of the map is where they are going to be looking. They can see Zatai's already pushed in the bottom side of the map, so it's mid and top. The only 2 options they have. Thankfully for them, they're actually quite close to the Baron. And so they're able to play around that as an objective and potentially force IG to fight them. That and this turret should be one of the easier ones to take, given they have an Azir.
Yeah, you can see Tabe trying to do what he can with his Mantry Q in order to take down the minion wave, but GT just pile on top of it. Doesn't matter if there's no creeps, because they got so many tanks, it doesn't even matter. Rookie might buy some time here for IG and grab himself an outer turret in the mid lane. That is a big deal.
Yeah, absolutely. And the more that they can do this, the better off that they'll be. Remembering a 1-3-1 in any capacity is a good idea for IG to execute upon. Rookie now actually using that to see if they're at Baron.
Actually decides to take himself an inner turret on the bottom side of the map. He's trying his luck against Gimgoon one more time. Gimgoon is able to clear out the minion wave. I thought it was a cute play. Just not quite able to be successful here from IG's mid laner.
Yeah, it still is. Pretty cute heads-up play, very reactive. Nicely executed on, because it's simply a bit of poke onto that turret. Chip away at it, make it feel the pain, and then eventually, if you look for a dive next time you use Rookie's ultimate, it's not that long of a cooldown, the turret will be easier to kill, and perhaps that's your idea. Kill it and then dive him.
Yeah, and of course, still has the teleport if he does need to get towards any barons, anything like that.
Yeah, it's the strength of Twisted Fate, right?
Yeah.
You can use that ultimate at any time and get anywhere on the map, mostly anyway, within a lane. And so if they run a 3-1-1 of any capacity and they're on opposite sides of the map between Zatai and Rookie, then there's definitely the threat of 2 people in one side lane.
Well, lots of pings are going down towards that Baron. Wishong is on the bottom side of the map right now. Rookie going to make his way in. Spots out the Rek'Sai heading up there. We'll see what Kid's heading back for. Does manage to get himself the last Whisper. Sell smart and see what he's going to pick up next. It's just a longsword, so doesn't really want to replace any pink wards or anything like that at this stage. Just wants to get as many battle stats as he can. Teleport actually going to be used from Gimgoon as they're looking to try and single out Zatai. He'll have to hold on for so long as the rest of IG, they're just running for other objectives. Anything that they can get. The slow comes in. Zatai is going to get Blade of the Ruined King. True Shot Barrage. There's the riposte, though, and Zatai says, well, I wasted a bunch of your time.
They're going to Baron, however, so the riposte was well saved, and Zatai gets back, remembering that the teleport is still going to be there for him. IG postured around that middle lane, but there's no Sivir to speak of, so 5 men strong from GT, and this is low. Kid.
Oh, Kid could be the hero. Steals it! Flashes out again, as well as Gimgoon looking for the revenge, but all of the damage has been done. Zatai will need to get himself out of here. Doesn't have the flashes. Gimgoon heads over the side. But they've got so much movement speed.
And now they've got Rookie.
They're well back in this.
Yeah, so they get themselves 2 turrets. They steal the Baron. They're actually up in gold.
And they might get a dragon.
Yeah, everything that could have went wrong for GT just did. And Kid is the hero that they absolutely needed. Very well smited. Even flashes back, ults, and tries to keep him busy. But look at Rookie. Immediately during that fight, after the Baron was stolen, he's like, see you later, guys. My people need me.
Yep.
Time to get objectives and gold on the board. And they do. They get themselves the potential to be further ahead in this game now with a Baron buff.
Precisely. Well, Elder Dragon is going to be next. It was GT that managed to push IG off that dragon, but you can see, look at that gold graph. It was just GT finding more and more incremental advantages until it all went wrong. That is a huge gold swing.
Yeah. Twisted Fate's got a lot of strength. Rookie is a god. Kid is actually just Smite God, apparently.
Yeah.
Able to pick that one up. And 2 towers fall down with that Baron buff, man. The gold swing was just monumental.
Oh, close on the True Shot Barrage. Tabe and Rain not going to have any of it, though. I do like the disengage combo, the Karma Siva. It is cool. Does mean that, you know, if anyone collapses onto Zatai.
Well, it's multi-purposed as well, though. Like, disengage comp, sure, you can press ult and run away. You've got a lot of move speed, so the teleports are a little bit harder to execute on. Echo's stun as well, very difficult to actually put down, and it's notable that Gimgoon has been struggling to actually get anything done mechanically in this game. They're kind of built around not being stunned by an Echo.
And if we're talking about wave clear, I mean, it's mostly just Republic here, isn't it? He was waiting out towards the bottom side. Yeah, bit on PentaQ.
The Iceborne Gauntlet helps out, but against the Baron buff, not so much.
You can see GT, they want to actually start the fight here as Tabe speeds everyone up and they're running away. The flash comes out from Rain. The heal's there as well. He's actually being able to kite very, very effectively. But you can see, yeah, the base is getting broken open. They lose the Sivir, but they also manage to take down this inhibitor turret. Gimgoon in trouble. Zatai getting some auto attacks to the face. As you can see, Tabe and Kid made it to safety. They're now trying to stop some backs here as the empowered Kid comes
actually
out.
In trouble a little bit.
Potentially. That pillar just for the disengage.
Yeah.
Q was there to help.
They're playing the game of trades right now for Invictus Gaming. And they're absolutely coming out ahead for this. Slowly and assuredly, they're getting themselves closer towards GT's base. And it may actually start to break. The inhibitor turret being broken means that it's very simple for Rookie to find his way in if a fight is to escalate somewhere else on the map. And this has all started from a simple Baron buff steal by Kid.
Yeah. Real stunning play, and this guy has really found his own in the jungle position for IG. And look, this was going to be a big test for Kid and Rookie as far as that mid-jungle synergy was concerned, because Wushang and Republic have been doing ridiculous things as this combination over the last couple of weeks. However, now with how they've been able to play out the last few minutes, IG find themselves back in with a chance. That being said, it's still a chance. You know, GT have scaling comp. They want to be able to get into this fighting stage.
The thing is, though, it's a chance that probably should not have been there.
Yeah.
Is that they've actually given them the opportunity to come back in a game where they were not really looking like they had that opportunity. Now they've had it on a silver platter and a hard-earned part as, once again, the dynamic duo, though.
Thankfully, Kid does have that ability to reposition himself. Zatai getting himself back towards the bottom side of the map. No one really there as Gimgoon. He's going to have to run away. Kid taking a lot of damage from the Azir, but playing aggressively right now.
It does play to the point that you mentioned, however. Their scaling on the side of GT is still impeccable. They'll be doing a lot of late game damage, and they just want a team fight, and they just can't actually do it. So they're trying their hardest, but they're being run around.
Yeah, Zatai as well now has a Guardian Angel. That's 4 items on this Fiora. And those boots, waiting for one more slot to be filled up. And we'll see what he is actually going to pick up as that last option.
That GA means that the 1v1 right now is just unrealistic for Gimgoon. If he can continue to pressure the bottom side of the map, Zatai might actually be able to pull a Trundle and just force his way in there and ignore Gimgoon.
You can see, once again, 3-1-1. Exactly what you were saying. Rinse and repeat. Here for Invictus Gaming. We'll see whether Rain can actually survive it this time, but he's got so much damage.
This is
Elixir right there as well.
Actually a very interesting decision, though, from IG to be that 3 members on the top side, because look at where GT are postured. Recall's just got cancelled by PentaQ, and there's no Baron buff to empower these minions. This is going to be a very interesting series of events.
Well, right now, it is going to be the Destiny pop. They're going to be able to break open the base on the top side as well, as the inhibitor just going to get rushed down here by IG. Zatai moves in, and Rookie and him are going to be able to take the bottom one down as well. IG just pull the trigger, and they do the work. Kid able to dash around as PentaQ. He's going to die. It's a massive crit that comes out of Rain, but IG are now getting slaughtered by this Azir. Kid knows exactly what's going on as the triple kill comes in, and now IG have to leave the bottom side. But honestly, a large amount of the damage has been done. The base is in shambles at this stage.
Yeah, Lambs to the slaughter, but the job has been done. Zatai, he will follow eventually.
Here, yeah. Grand Challenge is down on Republic, but I have a feeling that the Fiora is not going to be... Oh my god! Picks up the kill, still dashing around! The heal was massive! Has the riposte!
No way!
Flashes away!
Like, no way!
Zatai is a god!
He has to die.
Please, someone, eat him, Savoki!
He has no mana. Savoki's got, like, surely...
Oh, it's a decent pillar right there as Zatai still trying to get the work done, but that should not have happened. That was a brilliant play out of the Fiora.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. And just well done from IG in general. 3-top, they work around Rookie joining Zatai. And this is exactly what we said. Gimgoon cannot fight them. They're being outscaled by composition. And they're just being run around aimlessly until they make a mistake here, GT. They put 3 people mid. They try something proactive for once in the game. But because there was already 3 people established in the top lane of Invictus, for Invictus Gaming, they just waltz in, take the turret, take the inhibitor. And whilst they die for it, they're dying for a cause that was already done.
Yeah.
But they get the inhibitor, so that death meant nothing. GT on their side of the map aren't able to secure anything. Their last-ditch effort will come down to these neutrals. But if IG play it carefully, I don't know if they can respond.
They're well and truly on the clock now as well, GT. At the moment, the waves are being pushed out. So GT have a little bit of respite, but there'll be 2 waves of super creeps heading towards those Nexus turrets.
No, Gimgoon can only hold 1.
Yeah. And Rookie continues to split on the bottom side. Zatai is going to find his way back in. He's got a BF sword. He was already so difficult to kill before.
Yeah, he's going to have a bloodthirster soon, I would imagine that will become. It's going to be hard to kill that guy. And as you said, he was damn impossible to kill. Somehow gets the trade.
And played it so incredibly well as weak spot is going to get taken from Wushang. And IG setting up around the Baron. They don't need to rush this.
No, they play this slow. That's exactly how they play this entire game out. Work around advantages, work around vision, work around knowledge of where the opponents are. Zatai is being looked at, but it's very unrealistic.
Yeah, a lot of movement speed comes in here as well. Zatai's actually looking to turn this one on. There's the Grand Challenge. They're looking for Wushang as Savoki's going to get turned on as well. There's the Emperor's Divide, but just to try and disengage as Gimgoon finds his way into the backline. But does he want to be there? He takes so much damage. That pillar was fantastic, stopping Rookie from getting a pick.
Yeah.
But IG feel pretty good about how that eventuated, and they bought enough time. Super Creeps now heading towards the base. And IG will just head straight to the Baron.
And this will be a free Baron to take unless there's a miracle steal from Wushang this time around on the opposite side. They have vision of him, but it's getting low.
Well, there's the gold card as well as the rest of GT trying to get the work done. Wushang is in the pit, but they just stop damage on the Baron. They secure the kill onto the jungler, grab the big purple worm, and now they can do whatever they want. Look at those minion waves. IG, the last 10 minutes of this game have been outstanding.
Yeah, it's a delicate battle that they're fighting, but on the back of a single positive play being a steal, they get themselves so much control. This could well be the final push, given that they have that Baron buff. GT's wave clear is lacking, and their base is falling.
IG have just accelerated it enough at this stage. It is going to be Zatai falling down somehow. Wushang still dead, of course, so it is still a 4v4, but that is the whole base dead.
It's kind of just Zatai being Zatai.
Yeah.
Overzealous occasionally.
You can see the look of incredulousness on his face. Like, how did they kill me?
So I thought I was unkillable.
Should I not have been under the Nexus turrets? Probably not Zatai.
I thought I could riposte that. Definitely still looking strong though, IG.
Oh yeah.
Just giving them one last push after the Elder Dragon. I don't think there's any way to respond from GT whatsoever. Once again, I believe they're completely outscaled.
And it's not even about scaling necessarily, because if you put them in a 5v5 scenario, like up against each other with like even amounts of gold or items in the late game or something like that, GT look fantastic. It's just how IG have made them play.
Well, it's mismatches. You put 5v5 in a battle arena, like you'll find them all actually against each other, and like it'll probably be close. It'll definitely be a mechanical battle then, because there's a higher probability that GT would do well. But the end result is that that's not what IG want. They wouldn't have drafted this if that's what they did want.
Precisely.
And they're playing around that exact opposite thing. Is that the less that they find the 5v5s and the more that they're actually running them around, the better off they'll be for it.
And they just look like they're expertly able to do so as well. As Kid corralling these super creeps
Oh
into the base. Just throws down a collateral damage. This guy loves his R-key just a lot. Has a Guardian Angel there as well, so isn't as worried about all of those. Oh, wait. Don't think he does.
No, he doesn't.
That's a lie. And Rookie looking to pick up the newly reformed inhibitor on the bottom side of the map.
And just remember how quick Rookie would be if he joins his team with the Sivir alternate, the Karma shield speed up as well. The second they decide that they can pull that trigger, you'll just watch IG at light speed run down their opponents.
Well, Destiny is going to be popped here as Rookie is moving back again to the inhibitor on the bottom side. That Lich Bane doing so much work now that this is a 6-item Twisted Fate. And there it is. Inhibitor falls on the bottom side. Still dead in the mid lane. And now taking chip damage towards the top. This means Rookie can actually just join his team. It almost falls down. On the Hunt has been popped. They're actually looking for the fight here on the side of IG. Rain has so much damage. We have to remember this. It's 4-item Sivir, including that coveted Infinity Edge. And they're taking a lot of poke. Movement speed coming out here from Invictus Gaming. And GT, they just can't find their way in. That crit on PentaQ was honestly revolting as Gimgoon tries to get in there amongst the fight. Savoki does have the subjugate down, but IG getting themselves in the right position. Gimgoon uses the ultimate collateral damage once again. But IG, they barely even want to kill these members of GT. They've got so much damage, and they're just heading straight towards the Nexus. Now they're all getting obliterated. Look at that damage out of Zatai. As Wusheng's there, the Nexus is going to fall. And IG, you can see the massive grins on their faces. What a game.
From the jaws of defeat, essentially.
Oh,
they pull it back and clutch themselves at game number 1. Up against Game Talent's an undefeated team. They come up number 1.
One thing I want to point out is the fact that Zatai is now undefeated on his Fiora this season. And look, it's a style that they are able to make work. I think it's brilliant. We spoke about this before, like what are going to be the things that are going to change here for IG to mix it up. This has worked out very, very well. I mean, despite Republic having this phenomenal early performance, it just didn't matter about what they did individually on the side of Game Talents. IG just executed on their comp perfectly.
Yeah, he was just so hard to kill Zatai every single time. Like, the amount of damage that he does, the sustain that he had was massive. Impressive performance from what is that undefeated Fiora. All things considered, however, Game Talents did execute the early game. They just flunked the mid to late. And as you mentioned, the team composition just rang true. And it's not just the team composition, it's a team flavor. Like, that's just how IG play. Like,
this was the moment. Yeah. That was where it all fell apart for Game Talents. After that Baron was stolen away by Kid. From that point on, they just played everything brilliantly. And look at, my God, PentaQ just got obliterated.
Yeah, they all individually did plenty of work. Mechanically strong. From Kid, Rain even as well.
Yeah.
And Rookie just played them for the full. It's a very easy thing to do with this Twisted Fate, remembering they've got a lot of move speed as well to get around the map. This was an unreasonably long series of events where he somehow gets Republic and almost lives at the end of it to tell the tale. Like, this should never have happened, but welcome to the Fiora, I guess.
Yeah. Savoki almost manages to nail the pillar, but he does fall down in the end.
Rookie even tried to help him towards the back end of it, but still, IG, I'm going to say it, they should not have won that game. They absolutely won the crap out of it.
They did. And it was, honestly, I don't know who to give MVP because Kid, the Baron steal, that was pivotal. There is no way that they won that game if they weren't able to steal that Baron, change the momentum completely, grab the gold lead one more time. However, Zatai was a complete beast.
Yeah.
Got a prediction before we throw to a quick break?
No idea.
We're not even going to. But ladies and gentlemen, we are going to go to a quick break. When we get back, we'll see whether IG can do it again or whether Game Talents are going to fight back.